like to take the moment to talk about Juji Dachi, which is an X stand this way. Some styles call it kusadachi, which is cross-legged. Otsuka Sensei refers it to chidori, sort of a stepping over this way. It could be used for a transition stand or an actual attack for when you're doing something, but it's very useful. And just like Zenkutsu Dachi, where you have a wide one because your back hip's coming towards your belly button, or you have a narrow one because your back hip is going away from your belly button, and also for Kutsu Dachi, where your back hip is going towards your belly button, you go wide, and if it goes away from your belly button, it's narrow. And Nikiwashi Dachi, if your back hip is going towards your belly button, it's wide. And if your back hip is going away from your belly button, it's narrow. So Juji Dachi has the same thing. It has a narrow one and it has a wide one. So let's look how to practice this stand. One is my navel needs to point either this wall or that wall for the narrow one. So what I want to practice with is just standing here at Juji Dachi, step across, knees together, toes facing the same direction. And all I want to do from here is turn. And my belly button's facing here. So when I step over, belly button has to stay here, not here. So keep knees in tight here and turn. So it always faces this direction for the narrow one and turns. You can either step forward or back on it. Both are correct. So again, watch my belly button. It stays. Didn't rotate this way at all. It stayed here. Nothing changed except this leg. And then I rotate it. Step and rotate. From this view, my navel will face that way or that way. So I step here. I did not rotate at all. My shoulders are in line, so you shouldn't be able to see my back shoulder here. And I rotate 180. Step, shoulder stays here, does not rotate. Here and turn. Now, when you do this, when you're here, when you rotate, the ball of the foot in the back is up. So it follows the curvature of my toes. On the back foot, I want to rotate on the ball of the foot. I have no choice because the heel is up. And on the front foot, I want to rotate on the heel. That keeps me on a center line. Because on the ball of the foot here, my heel is going to go this way. Rotating on the heel here, my toes go this way. It puts me back on a straight line. So from this view here, as I step here, if I rotate on the ball of the foot in the front leg and the ball in the back throws me off the line. So I rotate on the ball of the foot in the back and the heel on this one and puts me on line. Now do the technique with that. You'd be here, you'd step, keep it here, and rotate. Step and rotate. From this angle, step, rotate. Step, rotate. Notice you never see my back shoulder on the finishing technique. So I'm here, and this shoulder will end up in the back. So you cannot see it this way. And I step and continue. If when you step here, you turn this way, you've given away a lot from this technique. Punching halfway, so you just hold it here so you can drive it. And some techniques you just turn totally this way. I need to give 100% on that. if you only go partially turned, it's like blocking here and only doing 80% of your block. The 80% brings your technique in position. The last 20% is the actual effectiveness of that technique. So, if I was to do enpei, as I come here, I've only got about 80% done. It needs to drive here. So you have elbow, shoulder, shoulder. The same would be for the punch. The same would be for Osoto Uki. You wouldn't want to stop it here. So going across with an Uriuki Tsuki, I'd be here, and when I throw my Uriuki, I need to just bring the hip over easy here. So I set up the hip, load it up, and then drive. As opposed to just nothing here. Just hand motion. So you always want to block body. So your hip just turns this way slightly and then drives. And then you throw your punch. Same thing going back. Just set it here, here, and boom. Now this type of a block going in is deflecting towards the back of your body. Let it go as it's coming in, let it go behind. And driving here, or as you cut it here, blocked here, you can be grabbing his hand here, pulling his arm here, and driving this one to the jaw. In Sensei Shintani's kata seisho, guy has my wrist here. He's grabbed it with his left. I come across here, and I apply my elbow on top his elbow here. Most people, when they do that, they go about here. So you can see my elbow is stopped here. Only 80% is there. The finishing touch is here. So that's what you want to get in there. Anything this way. You need to go elbow, shoulder, shoulder. Also in that kata, we have a place where we come here and sensei drops straight in Juji Dachi here. So notice now my face, shoulder, shoulder line. Not this way. So in this angle, when I dropped here, I have the full extension. Someone's grabbing me here. I have the full extension. Square, the technique hits me or the grab comes in, but this keeps him away. A great place to utilize this Juji Dachi is when we do our traditional shutos, which is our wide shuto. So our wide shuto comes in this way. So the hip here. So from here, go Juji Dachi here. So no shoulder, shoulder line. And then my back hip is loaded. As I go in, I hit. So this hip wants to go this way. And then you do it again from here, here. And hit. From this angle, you would have shuto here, Juji Dachi here. Notice the back foot comes in. If it stays out, I can't turn. Knees together. So I face this way. Here. Great application for that one is when they have the someone has your wrist here, grab their wrist, hit it here. Here. Which makes them go here, you attack the neck. Here, here. That shuto is actually found in Pina Nidan. After we go here, and we set and we do the kick in the back. It's right here. So just to recap on that one, this is the narrow Juji Dachi, where your shoulders are in line. Here. Now, let's look at the wide one. The wide one is where the hip is square here to your opponent. And your back foot is facing this way. Front foot hasn't changed. This is either here or here. Okay? The only thing that changes is that back foot. Coming in this way, toes facing the same direction. And this one, the toes face this direction on the back foot. This will be found in the kata seisho, where we come in from here and we come here, here, and then attack. So for this one, you need to pump it. So your hip is here. You need just to hold it back a bit, send this one here, and then drive this one in. You'll also find it in kucho. In kucho, same idea, comes in here, here, it comes in here. And that one is nice because it goes into the narrow one and back here. It comes hit, turns, hits. So since the Shintani's kata shopai, it has variations of it and how you want to do it. So after this punch here in the kata, what happens is you turn around here, garamburai, uryuki. That's two narrow ones. So from here, you just quickly here. And then just pump slightly and drive it back here. You can also go one narrow, one wide. So from here, you move quick here and turn. You can also do two wide ones. Go wide, and then your hip is almost there, and the last 10% finished. So notice it's all done simultaneously. And of course, you can do a wide and a narrow one. So just to recap, the narrow Juji Dachi is everything in line. Here, my belly button's there, always perpendicular to my opponent. The wide one is facing my opponent.